Well, President Trump has a new ad out today highlighting why Joe Biden's support of defunding police won't leave you safe. Watch.
911 dispatchers from police control.
Joe Biden said he's absolutely on board with defunding the police. Listen closely.
Yes, absolutely.
Hello. You've reached.
All right. Obviously, that ad stoking concerns about safety in a world with defunded police. Joining us now to weigh in on the president's ad, branding advisor Marc Rudov and author and Newsmax columnist and retired Marine Corps Gunnery Sergeant Jessie Jane Duff, co-chair of Veterans for Trump and member of the advisory board for Women for Trump. Marc, your assessment of what you saw, including the entire ad. What'd you think?
Well, it's a good spot, but it doesn't cover all of the Americans. A lot of Americans have not yet had this problem, have not had riots in their cities. And so he's speaking to a very narrow audience, and he only has, 3.5 months left until the election. And he's not breaking through to everyone he needs to reach. Today, the Wall Street Journal just released a new poll that it did with NBC that said 56% of Americans think this country is racist. That means that the gaslighting of the leftists is working. So he has a lot of work to do, and he is way behind. You know, he's going out with also Make America Great, Keep America Great. That's obsolete right now. Everything is COVID-19 and the riots. And safety is very important, but so is economics. And he's not addressing the economic future at all.
Yeah.
In fact, last year I wrote an article on Newsmax in which I suggested that Trump have a spot that specifically addresses what the economic future of this country would be like if Biden were to win. And I suggested that he show a married couple over a breakfast table saying, you know what, we're sick of the Trump tweets. We're sick of the bombast. Let's vote for Biden.
Okay.
And then you fast forward 2 years.
Let's address
you have the same people out of work and unemployed. They lose their house.
Okay.
And they have lousy health care.
Let's give Jesse. Hang on a second, Marc. Hang on a second, Marc. Jesse, I wanted to get you in here. I'm guessing you have a different take on this.
Oh, I think the ad is absolutely fabulous because it really brought it home. I saw the ad last night, and when you're looking at somebody trying to call 911 while the tapes are being played that they want to advocate the defunding of police, and somebody is trying to break into her door, and she's by herself, and literally she calls 911, and it says, "I'm sorry, we'll call you back in 5 days," essentially. That really has to open up the eyes of people who live all across the nation. You're not just talking about your metropolitan communities, you're talking about your suburban communities too. And people know that seconds matter when you're waiting minutes for police to arrive. It's very important that you at least have the access to get a hold of a police officer instead of being told that you're taking away the funding or you're reallocating the funding, which essentially means that they're not going to have the support that they have. And I think this is a losing issue for Joe Biden, because when you talk about moms across America, women for Trump, what is one of their biggest concerns? The safety and security of their family and their homes. That's why people often leave these urban areas. As we've seen with the rioting, I've noticed in Washington, D.C., more moving vans than I've ever seen since I lived there. How many people are moving out at a rampant level because they're fed up with the lack of security and the rioting, and it intimidates and makes people not feel secure.
Yeah, I think you both have points. I myself live in New York, and I've seen a big change between the way it was before and how unsafe it feels now. And this is the place where there are police officers retiring. You have a mayor that's not imposing the law properly, not telling the police officers to go out and do their jobs, handcuffing them, so to speak, as far as how they can stop these criminals. So I think this is something we will talk about again between now and November. I wish we had more time. Marc Rudov, thank you so much, sir, for joining us.
I didn't say that the ad isn't good. I said it doesn't address everybody.
Okay, thank you. I didn't hear you clearly, but we definitely want to talk to you again. Marc and Jessie Jane Duff, thank you so much.